the planning again. Ooh. Choked up. See, that's pretty much the old business. And just, new businesses, we've still got three more Wednesdays coming up, Boy Scouts. So if you, any of y'all could, I know it's hot and sticky and hard to get there, and but,
What time does it start?
7:30. Thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and officially close the voting on the Wounded Warrior donation as soon as I get Jim to sign. I haven't caught up to him yet. As soon as I get him to sign checks, we'll send that in and go ahead and do it, because if y'all want to look at them, these were the votes I got. They were all yay. I mean, there was nobody. We had like 10 people, I think, voted out of 20. Not overwhelming majority, but then again, you look at the rules, it says whoever votes, the ones that vote, whatever they say, majority of that, so, 100% vote, 100 people that actually voted yes, so we'll close it, we'll go ahead and make that donation.
Can't imagine that anybody would vote against it.
No.
If I
Did you
did,
send that vote out? Oh, I saw that.
you responded to it.
I did? Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
You're in here somewhere.
Okay. I didn't I remember us talking about it, but I never actually remember seeing the email.
Let's see. That was basically all the new business. Well, I take that back. It's still next month, but July 22nd, I'm still trying to get somebody. I don't know. Where's the 22nd? Where's my calendar at? I think it's a Wednesday. No, it's Tuesday. We have planned, I meant to ask Lloyd last night. If somebody can, I'd like to have some help. We're gonna do some basic astronomy stuff for the, it's a daytime thing, that's part of the problem with it, but, they want us to do a project at, presentation, about an hour presentation at, White House. I'll send the details back out. I was gonna take solar scopes, and we'd show people coming into the library, the sun, and do a little presentation. And they wanted somebody inside, covered telescopes, and they wanted to build a planetarium. They found some plans on how to build a planetarium out of PVC pipe and some black plastic. They were gonna try to build that up. But I'll send that information back out again.
What day is it?
It's Tuesday, July 22nd.
July. Okay.
And the only reason I'm asking again is because one of the people who originally volunteered was one of the people who left the club. So that kind of leaves me and Lloyd in a lurch, because we were planning on all working together, and now it's kind of square one. And with Lloyd, with what he's been doing, I don't know if he'll be, like I said, I didn't get to ask him because I forgot. My fault. But I'd like to, if nothing else, I'd like to have somebody, even if Lloyd comes, I'd have somebody extra, so that way we can maybe show a lot of support for it. And, it's one of the few places, other than Boy Scouts, that have asked us to do anything, so. It's like it's right there in the middle of the week, but if you can.
Are they moved, or are they still by the fire station?
I think it's down by the fire station, but of course it's daytime, so.
Yeah. Well, they were talking about building a new one, and I don't know if they got it built
Okay, I see what you're
and
saying.
moved it someplace else, then I can find the fire station.
What time does it start?
We were talking about, they want us there before 10 to set up. I think it would be like 10 to 11. I'll double check. I'll send that all back out again. Because I know I'm going to go, even if I have to, Big Bar still time at work. Okay, and then we already did the presentations,
Yeah.
so that's, our presentation.
Okay.
Thanks. Yeah.
It's old business, yeah.
You can show the pictures.
We'll go through some of the, Mom took, the secretary, took some photos of the, Scotty. Oop, hold on. Let's see. Of course, this thing wants to goof up.
I have one quick question while we're waiting for the photos. Our tax status, the CPA is asking, was the, what am I trying to say? Did we request to have our status changed, or did the IRS change our status? Because he said what you have to do to get it back is different depending on which thing happened.
Well, I have no record showing that we filed the required
Okay.
tax forms, so I'm under.
So they
this-
just yanked it. Okay, all right.
That little boy right there, I think his name's Andrew, he was really smart. I mean, he knew a lot of information.
Back to the start of that one.
Think you with the glasses and the uniform?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
He was sharp. Yeah, the one standing beside me there.
Yeah.
Well, this one, the other one's this little blonde-headed one. I can show
The
him in a
front?
minute.
Oh, yeah.
The little short one.
He's pretty sharp too. Okay, that was,
Anytime he had, Lloyd asked him to point something out on that, he went right to
Yeah,
it. He knew
right
exactly where to go.
here's a good example of
Yeah.
how it was.
It's amazing how much the kids can pick up quickly.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, his
always
own-
one or two out of the group are real good, real
Well,
smart.
like my daughter Catherine, you know, I'm trying to get her interested, and it's amazing me the questions she's already asking,
Yeah.
the things she's already starting to think about. You know.
And that was, those were last nights, and the first one, that's where it was raining, so we kinda crowded on the, or at least I kinda crowded on
Yeah.
Yeah, that little boy kept getting right into it.
yeah. Not the Vinci telescope looks huge.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how big is that scope?
That's showing how to throw the curveball.
Yeah. Houston versus Forsyth.
And there's me again.
I tried to buy a truck the other day, it had two Celestron 8 inches on it, but I wasn't quick enough. I'd been able to get them for about $200.
Told you, she did.
Yeah. My cost would have been about $200 for them.
Yeah,
I couldn't get the, I tried, but somebody else already bought it.
well, that sucks.
I got the email and I was looking at the manifest, I said, oh yeah, I want this one done. Already sold.
That boy right there was funny. He's the one that kept dancing around. You told him to be still.
Yeah. My Earth, yeah. My Earth was moving too much. Yeah, I had one last night. He had been sitting on the end of the trailer, and he just kind of would slowly just kind of head that way, and I'd have to come back. You know, it was really slow. He just like about this fast, you know. But after a couple minutes, I think, wait, my Earth's somewhere. It's gone away. Come back.
No. The moon's slowly moving away from the Earth.
I guess that's what he was trying to make.
And I brought these two little videos that I found Celestron's posted on YouTube, if it'll play, for somebody here who's
All right.
I like the red one.
look at the license plate.
Can't record that camera.
I hope they do more videos like this.
But you take as much money as Celestron got, they could get a little more advanced with their video.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, there we go. If you want me to, well, we'll discuss that later.
Is that where you slow it down so you can?
I'll find a motion.
Hey, look, the car. Is that my lawnmower in the neighbor's garage? Sorry, just get rid of this. I disagree with that.
That it'll stay aligned.
Yeah, that's one reason why I removed it from my 8-inch. Every time I took it off, put it back, if you didn't torque the screws right down exactly the same torque, it'd be off one direction or the other.
I never did find my tail rad. I had to buy another one. I don't know what.
And one more video.
I think we did just the opposite. We did the finder scope and then we did the scope.
No, you remember you found the house first, and then because it took you forever to find the chimney. Because you kept saying, "I see the camper, but I don't see the chimney."
You looking to another?
I'm glad to see that I'm not the only one that uses corny music.
Is this gonna make us cry? What was this one? What was it?
How to use Starline.
Oh, okay.
Of course, they actually make you wait for the length that you do. Have to wait for the hand controller to move. We've already did this part on yours.
I don't know, I figured probably do it again if I change batteries.
No, it'll remember. The hand controller's actually got a battery in it. It'll remember.
Did you get a scoop?
Yes.
Yeah, I was hoping he would come in here and pontificate and tell us about it.
I wonder, suppose you know your coordinates, is there an option to
Yes.
just put in the coordinates?
We're getting go-to mounts. We've got them ordered. They're coming. Our 5-inch refractors we use in the lab, the mounts have just been worn out after 10 or 12 years of use. And so we've got the money to replace them. And the replacements now are, go-tos and stuff. So hopefully it'll be fairly straightforward for the students to learn.
And use the same basic procedure for for a 2-star and 1-star alignment, but
Right.
just, do drain this on a little bit.
Let's start skipping this one.
Yeah, see there, it says you only have to update the,
Does it not keep the date and time going? I guess it could. Does someone keep the date and time going? Or?
Almost none of Celestron's mounts do. I know the SynScan badge mounts, I think there's 1 or 2 of those scan controllers as well. But almost all of them, every time you stop the mount, you have to re-enter in time.
It's strange since nowadays clocks are so cheap.
Yeah.
Well, the crazy thing is, it's got a real-time clock in it, but it just
Oh.
never stores the extra time.
Yeah.
Once you set the time, it starts the real-time clock that runs. But as soon as you shut the mount off, the real-time clock stops, and it loses track of time. It's weird.
Mm.
That's why it's, if you have power, if you don't leave batteries in the mount, and you have power drop, you lose your alignment, because, oh, I don't know what time it is
I'm
anymore.
sure next year that'll change.
Hopefully.
Somebody writing the software go, well, if we do that, we won't get a real-time clock. And somebody said, well, do it now just for the time being, and we'll get back to it. And we'll get back to it.
Yeah, here's a, now there's one part here that I don't agree with, but they say do. I have found that it's up and right for western sky, down and right eastern sky. Because it's the drive, the weight of the scope facing that direction, taking the slack out of the spur
Oh,
gears.
yes,
But they say use up and right. Like I said, in the eastern sky, I found that you do that in the star drifts. Say if you do the down and right, it takes the slack up for you. And I'm going to tell you, that doesn't always happen either.
I didn't have to do the star alignment, did I?
Yeah, you did solar system alignment. Well, he did too the first time we went out, just to get going, because we had one of the airplane guys out there. We were showing him stuff.
I was a little bit distracted last night when we got model airplane. I was in the
Yeah.
kid's head when we were
Yeah.
trying to talk to him.
Yeah.
All the kids were sitting there watching that plane fly instead of paying attention to what we were saying.
Somebody had a little electric model airplane out there, Alan. They were flying around about 10, 15 feet high, just all around where we were. And of course, you're 11 years old, you got an airplane flying right over your head. What are you going to do? You're gonna,
Oh, absolutely.
you can do that.
It wasn't one of those quad rotors, was it?
No, it was
If it had been a quad rotor, I'd been watching it too.
just like a little, just regular, it's like an airplane.
Uh-huh.
And the reason, the reason why I decided to display those videos is because somebody bought a new scope and we've been out playing with it, and I figured he might want to see those. Had fun. In Saturn?
Yeah, we were out
Yeah.
Saturday.
I just had an epiphany that, hey, he's got a new scope. And I should have called some people. Was like, well, hey, I'm gonna get a scope. Like, I called Nathan. He didn't get to come out either. So, but at least at least, me and Jack got his scope running a little bit. We talk about it?
Well, I don't know. We played around with it there. You put your Expanse eyepiece in there, and we were sitting there drooling over the moon there.
What'd you get?
It's a Celestron 127 Mac Castle. We were seeing craters within craters that we'd never seen before. And it was just jaw dropping, pretty much.
Yeah.
And everything, I think it's about 11:30 when the clouds moved in, and we packed up. When I got back to the house, it was clear.
After I unloaded and was closing the door, I was like, oh, wow, I'm so tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, by the time the moon was so bright, it was washing everything out anyway.
Well, unless anybody else got anything, that's pretty much it. I mean, we're kind of in a lull as far as news goes, except for, what's going on. Let's see, it's not this weekend, but, next weekend, 28th is the Club Star Party. Then July 5th is the Public Star Party. If the weather, but you said you were maybe going.
On the 28th, I won't be able to
Oh,
go.
the 20th, what about next week?
The 5th,
It's only this coming weekend.
this coming weekend?
Yeah.
What is this weekend?
You
mean like Saturday?
Yeah, the 21st.
Yeah, I think so. I'll be able to.
That'll be clear.
I mean, it'll be 7:30ish, 8ish before I get out there, which it don't get dark almost that time now anyway. So.
Yeah.
Cause I'll close up the store at 6:30.
I don't remember.
I'll run home. I'll probably bring Catherine with me.
It was a single line.
Run home, grab her.
It was on one
She
of
wants
the
to
line.
spend the night weekend somewhere.
More than
You know, the night we were supposed to have the Mezzier, we actually spent the night there the whole night. Because, at that time, the forecast was saying it was going to clear up around midnight or so, right?
Yeah, they never.
And separation.
We actually slept in the back of the car there all night long. And I woke up like every 2 hours to look to see if it cleared up.
Well,
Like I said, I got up.
saying,
I got up at midnight, and it was cloudy, and it was, well,
And daybreak, we got up, packed up, and went to Waffle House.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, maybe.
I probably
there were
should've
a few orbital
came up there, but I figured,
rotations and maybe
I mean, the forecast was saying, even looking at the radar, looking at the satellite, it looked like it was going to clear. But then every time I'd wake up, look up, it'd be cloudy, look at the satellite, and it just seemed like the clouds kept building.
Yeah.
and there's there's something we forgot to mention, that last meteor shower that was supposed to be so great, not a thing.
the
I mean, she's
bus,
seen a couple, but
the big
Yeah,
bus.
praise
Yeah.
most.
I thought I saw a couple out of my peripheral vision, but the more I thought about it, the more I decided they were lightning bugs flying.
I can see a number of amazing lightning bugs way up high in the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were, it was a big lightning bug.
it's like we were headed home this evening,
Oh, yeah.
and I drive down the road, and all of a sudden, now this cloud shoots this big, bright white object straight down to the ground. Like, what was that? And I'm driving along, all of a sudden it shoots back up. It was an RC plane.
It was what?
An RC plane at the,
Oh,
at
I
the fort.
see. I see. Wow.
But Glenn, he goes, Mom!
I goes, what? And it was just bright white flash was falling out of the sky into the tree. I'm like, what was that?
He had his eye in the telescope sitting there trying to get adjusted and everything like that, and I'm seeing shooting stars, and I said, shooting star, where?
We're too late at that point.
A small group, we took a small group to western Kentucky, the observatory up there. And we were standing out, waiting to go into the observatory, and here went this magnificent meteor, leaving a trail behind it. I mean, here we are trying to go in to observe with a telescope and just standing there, nothing special announced, you know. And then this big, I had people in New Mexico going out at midnight to see this non-event.
Oh,
It was really, you just never know when the big one's going to
Yeah.
occur.
Yeah.
I was like, we were headed home one night, and I think I remember talking about this at one of the meetings, but we were driving along right here in front, I think it's right here in front of, no, it was before, no, it was right after Church of Christ, right there at Bledsoe,
After you pass the bridge in those two churches, it was
Yeah,
at the second
yeah.
church.
Church of Christ and the Baptist, well, it used to be a Baptist, that's, I don't even know what denomination they are anymore. But anyway, I was driving along, all of a sudden the cab of the SUV lights up bright green. And I was like, I know what that is. And she's going, oh, wow. Of course, this turnabout's fair play, because I seen one and she didn't.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was real bright green and stuff, and it was just going across the sky like that. I thought, Jim's gonna see that. He's gonna see that, because it went over towards his house. But he
Have
didn't see
all of
it.
you been treated to at least one shower where you saw several a minute?
Not yet.
Not several.
Yeah, well, when you was little.
Well, yeah,
The
but I
last
don't
good
remember.
lead is back in, what would that have been? 90, no, 90,
Yeah. Like
2000,
something like that.
2001 maybe?
Something like that.
Back in there, they were,
Right there, yeah.
I don't think it was several a minute though.
Anybody remember 1955?
I wasn't even alive.
No,
I remember the year, but
Unfortunately, I didn't.
I wasn't out observing.
That was almost 20 years before me.
I think it was close to July 4th, 1955. What a spectacle. It was like fireworks. Occasionally you would see two in the sky at once, and at least several a minute. It was.
Well, that, now, the Leonids was really good back sometime, maybe late 60s? The Leonids were,
33.
Actually, it was a meteor storm.
Yeah, so like.
because I remember one of
66,
One of
33 or
the big female astronomers now, I don't remember which one it is. What got her interested with astronomy is they were driving her older brother to a recruiting station to go to Vietnam. And they were driving through the desert and pulled over and watched the meteor storm, the Leonids. And that's what got her interested in. I remember that's what got her interested in astronomy.
I remember being out in the desert and couldn't find any constellation that I could recognize. There were
Because there's so many stars. Yeah.
Boy, you can get too many stars for sure.
I was lost. I sat there and going,
It's like that when we were in Hawaii. It's like, oh my God. We went up, there's like an overlook on the, we're on the Big Island, and on the west side, I don't know, about 10, 15 miles from the hotel, there was an overlook that's about 3,000 feet, and you overlooking the ocean basically. And, I mean, it was crazy. I mean, I think I was seeing like about 7.5 or so, something like that. I measured out. Just, I mean, I didn't have a chart with me, but just based on what, how much more I was seeing, you know, how many stars and Pleiades.
you can't do that on Oahu.
Yeah.
What is the number of visible, naked eye visible stars from
Like at 19.6, I think total sky's around 6,000 or something like that, I think.
It's a few thousand,
Yeah.
not very many,
Yeah, I think so.
considering that there are 100 billion or somewhere between 1 and 200 billion in our galaxy,
Yeah.
and we can only see a few thousand.
I was climbing the Grand Teton out in Wyoming, and we camped at 9,000 feet. And I couldn't even pick out the Big Dipper parts,
Yeah, yeah,
because it was just so many more stars that I couldn't even, like the big common ones, Big
Yeah.
Dipper, Cassiopeia, I couldn't even hardly pick those out.
Yeah.
There's so many.
It reminds me, talking about too many stars, I was reading astrophotography for him, and the guy was trying to get a picture of the Crescent Nebula, and he had a problem with too many stars. He couldn't see the Crescent Nebula through all the stars his camera was picking up. And you make out the red in between them.
I know even the difference just between like the skies down here, like on Gallatin 11, and then when I drive up to my mom and dad's up on the Kentucky State line.
Yeah.
Just the difference there makes it, I have to like set, look for a minute to orient myself because there's that many more stars I see.
Amazing what a little darkness will
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's only 45 minutes away. And it makes a big difference.